Hey there, boys and girls, welcome back to BackPocketGameReviews, and today we're going to talk about something just ever so slightly interesting. Red Dead Redemption 2 has a little bit of a conspiracy, well, I wouldn't say conspiracy, but there's a couple of big controversies right now going on around Red Dead Redemption 2. And what might those be? Shockingly, those things aren't microtransactions or anything like that, like I had originally stated they would probably be. They are, well, install size. What do you mean install size, Nick? We heard it was going to be 105 gigs. You're right, it is 105 gigs for PlayStation users. It is 88 gigs for Xbox users. That's a relatively large discrepancy. We're talking like 17 gigs right there. So why such a big discrepancy? Well, no one really knows yet. We do know that PlayStation users will get access to the online first. So I don't know if it's assets for the online that are already kind of installed there, or if it's that the PlayStation version's the better optimized version, or maybe there's exclusive content with the PlayStation version. No one's really addressing the fact that they're that drastically different of sizes. Now, usually I would chalk this up to an optimization thing. A lot of times file sizes are lower on Xbox, and it usually is resolution. Up until when Scorpio came out, or the One X, that's when you started to see Xbox have drastically larger file sizes than PlayStation. Because, I mean, the Scorpio file sizes put away the PS4 Pro file sizes. A lot of that is, well, the One X could run at a higher resolution. So I don't know if this is an optimization thing, like maybe the file system is just much more easy to compress for on Xbox, which to some degree they run the same file systems, but Xbox is running Windows, so there are some tricks you can do to squeeze down a little bit of that size. But I don't know. This one kind of has me a little boggled. Now, granted, I did pre-order on PlayStation, but I don't know why that big of a discrepancy. My first guess, as you kind of obviously would think, would be some of the assets for the online are already there for PlayStation users, since they're going to get first access to it. That's my only guess. Unless we're going to find out there's just a whole bunch of content that's in the PlayStation version and not in the Xbox version, which I feel would be really shitty. Even for someone who was planning on playing it on PlayStation, I hate that tactic. I hate timed exclusives. Oh, we're going to pay for this game to be exclusive to our platform for a while. Nier Automata. I think that is a really shitty practice to do to consumers and to the company who made the game, because it makes them look bad, not just the consumer. I agree with exclusives when you're the one who made it. Like, oh, I made this game, this is mine, my console will have it. Yes, that is what an exclusive should be. In home development. Or if you pay another company to make a game exclusively for you, and not, I mean, like, hey, this is ours for a year. I didn't like when Microsoft did it with Rise of the Tomb Raider either, but it is what it is. We'll move past this. I also hated when Destiny did it too. And they made a really big marketing deal out of that too. Better on PlayStation. God, I hate that kind of marketing bullshit. So, now, the other big one here is, well, a Rockstar head of house, Mr. Hauser, I believe it was Hauser who said it. Was it? One of the Rockstar heads stated that they had been working like 100-hour weeks. And a lot of people are getting relatively backlash saying, oh, that's terrible to your developers. To which he responded, it's only the leads that are working that. Like himself and 3 other people that are all doing it because they want this game to come out perfect. And I just think it's really interesting because he's now having to backpedal going, oh, no one else is working overtime unless it's voluntary and they choose to work it. So I like to work overtime, and I get it. Sometimes overtime can be very stressful to a lot of people. But this is also part of why the American worker doesn't get that many jobs, is, well, because we cry about it when we have them. And it was funny because he goes, we're not forcing anyone to work hard. Well, I mean, first off, you can't force someone to work hard. Either they are willing to work hard or they're not. But it's really always interesting to see this kind of a complaint when you go, huh, and we wonder why so many things got outsourced. Because people are crying. I'm not saying it's fair to go up to someone and be like, oh, you need to work 100 hours a week. But if they were having to work 50 to 60 during crunch time, that's not unusual for a game developer. That's not even that out of the ordinary. This is that time where they need to get all of the bugs and everything fixed before their patches roll out for day one. I mean, I get it. I understand that, you know, obviously we don't want to break labor laws or anything like that. But if they're being compensated for their time worked, it's really not that big of a deal. Especially when it should be a desire to put out the best product that you can. This game has been in development for 7 years, so even if there were a bunch of bugs still left, delaying it at this point really isn't an option. Especially when you're like a month before launch. And I'm not saying no game has ever delayed their game a month before launch. It has happened. But I mean, who here hasn't worked overtime? I mean, pretty much all of us have worked overtime at some point in time. It's happened. Some point. So, and I mean, I get it. I really do. I understand. I take overtime almost anytime my company offers it because it's extra money. I like money. I need money. I have 2 kids, a wife, a mortgage, a car payment. It's not like I'm like rolling in dough over here. So yes, if you're gonna give me the opportunity to make some more money, I'm gonna take it. I get it. Game developers make quite a bit of money, so they might not be in this situation. Oh man, that really helped out with Christmas right around the corner. Really give my kids an awesome Christmas this year. I understand. $60,000, $70,000 a year is like the average pay there. So, but I just find it really funny that we are crying about overtime pay, or crying about having to work overtime, even if it were required. Are you aware that like most GameStop store managers are expected to work 55 hours a week during the holidays? Like that's what they're expected to work. Not the 40, 55. That's what they were expected to work when they were salaried too. So that means they didn't see overtime pay. But the entire, starting the like week of Black Friday all the way past Christmas, you're probably going to be working 55 hours a week as a GameStop store manager. That was expected. They are hourly now, so they do see that, and it balances to be about the same as what their salary counterpart was. Very interesting, right? And I wouldn't say that that overtime is voluntary either, because they're really not given the staff to make that voluntary. So I really think it's a very different ideal of when you see people that are making below a certain amount of money and they're okay with working overtime and they welcome overtime like, hey, I really need this cash. But then all of a sudden now we have these people, oh, how dare they? Some people gotta make fucking ends meet, man. Get over it. I know this sounds like terrible, like, oh, you're telling people to get over that. No, I'm telling you, people have to do what they have to do to make ends meet. It is what it is. I've literally, people that depend on me. If I do not pull in the money I need to pay out everything, we'll be homeless. Literally, that's the kind of stuff that's on my shoulders 24/7. It is on me to do that. So, yeah, when my company offers overtime, I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your opportunity you're giving me to work more for you and do more for you. I don't know why that came out so Bill Cosby-ish, but yeah, there you go. That's how I feel. Guys, I'd love to hear your opinions down below, whether it be about the file size differences or whether it be about overtime work and Do you think American workers tend to be on the lazier side? Just curious to where you fall on this line and what you think about it. I'm sure a lot of you that watch my channel have probably worked overtime, and a lot of you maybe love when they offer it because it allows you to get your family more things, provide a better life. I mean, it's not always as black and white as what a lot of people think. And I wonder if the people at the top, like the people that are really highly paid, or maybe it's just all millennials. Keep in mind, I am a millennial. I fucking hate millennials, though. I'm like the beginning of the millennials. Like, I'm like right where it started, unfortunately. So, guys, I would love to hear your thoughts, though. You can leave those for me down in the comments down below. If you want to follow me anywhere else, you can find all of my links in the description box. And also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a thumbs up. I really like those thumbs up. It helps my content get seen by more people. And if you really like the information, you got to click subscribe and you got to hit that little bell thing. If you don't hit the bell, no one's going to tell you I uploaded. Subscribing means nothing on YouTube outside of my number. Thanks, I'll see y'all soon with plenty more content coming for you.